You probably heard all that, how Julia's hot and everything. But hey-ho, we're going to go in. Oh, mics were live, Julia, love. Mics were live.
Stop. You are getting like Yanis.
Don't say that, I'm better looking. Now, what a way to start a show. You're getting like Yanis. Now, anyway, what a way to bring me down.
Oh.
Anyway, we are talking about studio. We're about 6 o'clock. Let's start this professionally. Good evening. I hope you are well. It's 6 o'clock, which means we're opening the doors to a brand new one-day special. Now, I've just been told exclusively this is not meant to be out yet. What you're about to see was not meant to launch till the 30th of this month. But because here at the craft store we brought our Christmas event forward, we've brought Studio Light forward as well. Now, because it's Studio Light, it is on extended delivery from the 14th of July. But even the 14th of July is still early, considering it's not meant to be released until the end of the month. Now, you know Studio Light, you know the big brand of Studio Light as well. Let's get through the one-day special and then introduce Julia. Your one-day special is already going through the door, £29.95. You can split the cost of that onto 2 interest-free flexible payments, well, because it's festive extravaganza. £12 is what you're saving. You are getting dies, you're getting masks, you're getting sort of your card blanks that you can start making, which are absolutely exquisite, but you could also, turn them into journal pages, and you're also getting that beautiful sort of star of St. David, but it's sort of not. You can use it for so many things. So I can also see stencils of poinsettias that's in there, and then you also get your other border in there. Now, before I go any further, that is your one-day special. I do want to introduce our Julia, though, before we go further, because I know she loves everything to do with Studio Light. And she's in the building. You've heard her. She's already warm. But you've heard her. She's here. Julia Watts, everyone. How are you, love?
Hi, everybody.
Are you well?
I'm good, thank you.
You better now?
Better now. A very stressful journey in, and Phil's had a very stressful journey in as well.
Well,
so,
we're all
yeah.
here in the studio, but this is the thing, like, and it's been a quick turnaround for you with this studio, because
Yes.
you literally said, they scampered across the studio. This is not meant to be out yet.
It's not meant to be here. It is so new that I don't have proper printed papers to work with. It is so new. We've only got a few samples, so a massive thank you to Liz Wheeler, who got the dies and knocked up samples and sent them out within a day. So massive thank you to Liz. I have thoroughly enjoyed using these. They are so quick and easy, but they're stunning once you've made them up.
That's good, and that's what you want with
really
the Christmas cards.
Yeah, it really is.
Right then, so that's your one-day specials. Keep that £save saving, OK? Remember it, hold it tight and keep it in your hand. Now, I've also then got... so just remember this, I'll come back to this in a minute. These top two... you can also get hold of as well, should you so wish. These are now your dies, and they're also... Well, there's so many possibilities. This is what I love about Studio Light. There's so many things you can do when you get these little dies home. Yeah,
obviously you've got your Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year sentiment there. Separate words, so you can say Happy Christmas, just Merry Christmas. You've got your backers there. Obviously the packaging's great. And then you've got all your snowflakes. And then you've got... It's like a... I don't know if they call it a swing card. I think they do. It's got like a central area, but then the snowflake pops out either side. You'll see from the samples what I mean. But
it's sort of like that little aperture that you've got, so you've sort of got that snowflake as your predominant feature, then everything folds around it.
It's flexible as well, because you could actually use that central die to cut an aperture out of a background and slot your snowflake back in again, or just use it as a snowflake. You know, there's lots and lots.
Like
that's Liz's one. Isn't that pretty?
I don't know where it is, like, but it's there. £17.98. There you go.
There you go.
I could actually find it. So that is what you're creating. So cards that look, that go like this. So they do sort of swing open that you've got there, which is absolutely
And it's a lovely, dinky little size, that one as well. So if you actually sent it flat in the post, because you can, it's an A6 envelope or C6 envelope.
Oh, even easier. So remember now, £5.50 saving on this. I want you to remember, add that to the £12 that I've just showed you for the one-day special. Then, as we move lower, we've then got our next two sets. Once again, this is what Studio Light do so well. You've got your tags in there, but you've got all the things like your reinforcers in there as well. You've got your presents, you've got your reindeers, you've got your bows all year round. Your snowflakes, though, because you're only getting half, it's down to you where you want to put them. So if you do want them in a journal, in a diary, in a book, you can do that. If you want to dress up your envelope, you can also do that as well. Or you can have an entire snowflake.
Yeah. So you have got halves, as you say. So, and they are complete. So the snowflakes do cut out completely, and then you've got your backers as well. So it's not like they cut into the card, they will all cut out of the card. But it's up to you whether you want to have a backer or not. Believe me, that's true.
You've got... See, this is the thing about doing back-to-back shows. You don't really get to see this. So this is news to me as it is for you. But you are getting... Each set has its own die. So you can either cut them in or...
No, you don't cut in. They do cut out. They do cut out.
Oh, so
but what you can do, if you want to, you can either use the backer die to cut an aperture and then slot your snowflake in, or you can just cut the snowflakes out lots of times and glue them to your background, and actually you could die cut your front from your card in the one-day special from it if you wanted
and then
to,
put them that way.
or just make a background, or just use it on a journal page or a scrapbook page, wherever you want to. You've got flexibility there, but if you want to actually make it stand out, you can actually put it on the backer and raise it up. So there's lots and lots of flexibility.
Another £5.50 is what you're going to save there as well, but that's £23 is what you're saving. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, you've got to put that in your basket, you want to put that in your basket, you don't need to, we've done it all for you, and this is where the majority, you're all shopping ahead of me. It's busy already, you're going for the complete collection, that's all of your one-day special, and then you're also getting your extra dies in there. You are getting 70 dies and 2 stencils. And a further £9 off. Add that on to the £23, but if you're a Freedom member, it's another $14.94 is what you're looking at on top of everything else that you're already getting. So you're saving £37.50 is what you're actually saving. £49.42. Then I'll make that even better as well, because I will also put it onto 2 flexible payments of £24.71 today. Now, just take the one-day special. There is only in there, I would say, 1 set of dies that actually screams Christmas to me. Stars, you can use all year round. Your stencils, you can use all year round. This, all year round, to make those beautiful cards. Your scenes, yes, I know it's got snowflakes on, but you could turn these in mandalas, change the colours, you're out of that woods already. Then you've got your scapes. They could be used all year round as well. Then, obviously, you've got your snowflakes. But remember, that top one doesn't look like a snowflake, but you use the backing, you use tags and toppers.
Yes,
you haven't got to use that main die, because each one comes with an outer edge as well as the main focal point. But just look at that for scenery.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is stunning.
Yeah, I mean, that probably didn't take Liz very long. Excuse me if it did, but I know that she turned them around so quickly. But it just looks something like something you see in an art gallery, doesn't it?
But that's like a Matthew Palmer.
Poor Matthew.
Poor Matthew, bless him. He spends weeks doing his work. But if you
the stencil does that. The stencil does the shadow for you, because you've got both of them within each pattern.
Look at that. So if you do want to if you do want to look like you can do watercolours and things like that all year round, this is the way to go, because you have got everything here that you need, and you can see the shapes in the cards that you can create. I'm just going to grab. No, it's all right. That you've got all of those, but you can start creating your own books should you so wish.
See, Liz has done that one a bit like a journal. See, I've not used anything like this before, so I just made it up as to how I saw it, and that's a really good idea, the way that Liz has done it. So.
It
She's
is
just stitched it
absolutely
at the back. I did notice on the packaging for the very first time that there is a YouTube channel called, I think it's called Studio Light Movies.
Yes, it is.
So you can go on there, and you probably won't see anything yet for this collection because it's so new. But all of the other collections from Studio Light, you can get ideas from that. So that's a really good...
Well, it's a good inspiration for the sheer fact not only are you buying now into a set of dies and stencils, you're also now buying into online tutorials.
Yes.
Which is going to be there for life. It's going to be there for a while. So you can go out, as we said, this is so new, and I cannot stress that enough. This is not meant to be here. These shows were only planned in only about last week, which we normally work weeks in advance. Days. But we normally work weeks in advance. Yeah, possibly hours in some days. But this is not meant to be. This was lined up for the 30th. This was going to be a later launch, and it wasn't going to be in this event whatsoever. This complete bundle is made for you because we know you are loving it. You are getting everything that you need in here. £54 and 91 pence. You are getting 70 dies and 2 stencils. But if you're a Freedom member, you're looking at £49 and 42 pence.
Price,
it's a cracking little price.
It really is, yeah, for all your Christmas makes. And you know, you put one of those cards on the shelf. I mean, I've done it like that, so you can fold it so it's 5.5 inches square. So you can go on a little tiny 6x6 envelope.
But even that is beautiful.
But you know, they're real kind of mantelpiece pleasers, aren't they?
They really are.
But they are. I'll show you. They are so simple to do. It's a case of having decent tools. And I've been using the papers that we've got on the show as well, which again are really, really new.
And they're so modern.
Yeah, modern.
They've got
but that's what Studio Light have done. It's a family company, but the guy who kind of runs it is quite a youngster, so he's got a very modern look to it, and they keep with the trends, really.
But they're not modern, if that makes sense.
They're not outrageously. They're not uncomfortably modern.
Yeah, and we see sometimes as crafters we go, that's too modern for me. I like traditional. These are still traditional Christmas. But they've got that modern day twist. So in theory, you're just keeping up with the times, is what you're keeping. But you've still got all that traditional stuff behind you. And as I said, you could use them all year round. These stars can be used for so many things. Baby books, when new babies, you do the blues and the pinks, you can't go wrong.
Exactly, yeah. And there's lots of different ways that you can use that as a border. If you wanted those stars, you can multi-cut it and make a background and use it as a border.
Stunning.
You can also omit that completely and slot some other patterns down there. You don't have to use the stars if you don't want to. You can make an easel card. I will show you over the next 24 hours. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you as is, but I'm going to show you lots and lots of different ways of using the dies as well.
It's like little scene builders. Like literally, you get your little stage platform, and there is your backdrop.
Yeah.
So you imagine going in now. I know we'll move on in a minute. You take these. Take your tree stencil and do your background. Treat this as your lake and you do your sort of reverse mirror image in the lake. Yeah. You have then got your whole scene that you need.
You're getting really good at this, you know. I know I said it last week, but you really are getting... You should be stood here.
Oh, no. If
can
I
do that your bit and you can do my bit?
If I could have that in writing, though, for management tomorrow, that would be lovely, because they don't seem to think so. So, 10% of the complete collection now has already gone. 10%. Remember, it's these two and including this as well in your one-day special. I'm going to move it closer because everything you are getting, everything that is here, all of this will be yours. Or you've just got your one-day special.
But don't do that. Don't do that.
It,
have the whole thing. The whole thing works together and then throw in the papers as well.
I think it is, and I definitely will be going for the papers. You know, I say I was building a scene. You wait till you see these papers next. Let's get to the papers. 773126 is your item number. 2 flexible payments of £24 and 71 pence is for the complete collection. It is a beautiful collection. I love that.
I know, she's so good. I hope that Liz does a tutorial on that. I know she does. There's a Studio Light Creative Community Facebook group, and lots of people do Facebook Lives on there. And I know that Liz does do them sometimes on the Junk Journals Facebook page. So I'm hoping that she'll do that, because I would really like to see her do that.
I'd like that framed.
Yeah, it's stunning, isn't it? It might find its way back home with me.
Liz, if you're watching, I'd like one as well, please. The white box frame. Right then, let's move on to your paper. You can just see it on the wall. It'd be absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Right, your Christmas Essentials double-sided papers. These have been busy already. Now, these are stunning. Stunning. And I'll point it out. I'm not one. I'm going to say these are your actual papers. I'm going to tell you the truth, even though I'm not in tomorrow. They can't tell me off. So I don't care. These are. We have printed these because the actual papers haven't even arrived to us yet.
I haven't had them either.
Not even Julia has had the papers. These are stunning. They're what we know and love from Studio Light anyway, is what you're looking at. So this is one side, but then look at that. That is
absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely. And but you know, sometimes when you get scrapbook, and quite often not actually with Studio Light, but sometimes when you get a scrapbook paper, you like the fact that it's double-sided, because there's always the one side you don't like as much. Every single one of those I absolutely love. And what I'm really pleased about is that you guys within this kit are getting 2 sheets of each design. because there's six different ones and they're double-sided, so there's 12 designs, but you're getting 2 sheets. That means you can use both designs.
But then it's pages like this, so you've got a single card, that in a card in itself.
And that's a card, yeah.
Then you've got the whole lodge is another card.
Yeah.
Then on the back, you've got all these lodges. It's absolutely...
So they could be tags, but they could be one of your cards for your star card as well.
It is beautiful. Right, let's move on, because there's so many papers.
The robin.
Robin, a card in itself, bit of fussy cutting. Not that hard to fussy cut.
You don't actually have to fussy cut it, though.
Don't you?
No, of course you don't. You've got dies, haven't you?
You've got dies to do this. You've got dies to cut it all out. Then you've got your bell. Once again, doesn't scream Christmas to me. Doesn't scream Christmas.
It's just got lots of foliage on it, so that makes it... You could have a whole row of tags with that bottom border there.
You've got your little cowbells at the top. So if you're a farmer, you're all over this. $9.99. I'd be going for 2 or 3 of these at $9.99.
So would I. So would I.
Because that works out for $4.99 today.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would,
$4.99.
because these are your consumables. Your complete bundle that you've got is your complete bundle is your tools, and then that's your consumable. So those are your toppers that you're going to fussy cut, and then you can use those either on your star card or on that little snowflake card.
I like these. I adore these. Once again, like these, the little bit of eucalyptus that you've got running through there. Once again, pop it into a frame. Then you've got all your tags that are there as well. So you've got all your little toppers.
Again, you could fussy cut those if you want to, but you could actually cut your tags out from them as well.
This picture just here, that's where our Phil lives. That's his chair.
Oh no, darling, it's not a duck egg blue, is it?
That's true. That true, it doesn't look like a throne. That's just in one of the rooms that the guests are allowed to see.
That's where the servants live.
Yeah, that's where the poor people live in Phil's house. Where the maid lives.
We can talk about it because he's in his meeting now.
He's gone back to his Winnebago. Then we go back to the start again.
So yeah, you got 2
with
sheets
all the paper.
of
You're getting 2 sheets of each. But even that, look at that for a scene.
Yeah, yeah. But you've got several, and I will show you when we come back to me. I will show you how you can use those.
Well, our buyer team have missed this one. I like this.
Yeah, I like that one too.
I like these. There are so many that's in here that you'll be getting. As I said, they are absolutely beautiful. They really, really are. You'll be getting as well £4.99 in your flexible basket is what you are looking at for this one. We've also got leather on the show, your leather that's on there. You've also got your little watercolours that sell out time and time again. They really, really do. Jump to the website. Everything is on the website, because you've also got your journal covers. Now, I've not seen these before in the blue and the pink. These are beautiful. Them just there. Those Studio Light Planner Essential Collection, you get the paper and you also get the journal as well for £26.49. It's in a blue and it's in a pink, a subtle pink, which is stunning. They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's Studio Light, so it's going to be good quality cardstock.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't got those.
I know they are nice.
I'm well jealous.
I looked at the blue one going, I would like that blue one. End of calls. Let's have a little look at the end of calls. Because there's just one. It's a Studio Light classic ball. Oh, this is what we had earlier.
It's to have the shrink foils on. The shrink foils go on them. Or you can use your alcohol inks on them as well.
But if you're frugal, you're getting 4 balls in there. But if you're frugal, if you only use half a ball and create
put a scene inside them, yes, absolutely.
$3.99. Obviously, you won't get your flexi on that one, but you are looking at £3.99 for your ball. I've got them here in the studio. Shall I show you the size?
And they do. They're big balls, those.
Well, I can handle them. Has it been
I can't, because I've only got little hands.
Oh, little hands, you can't hold the big balls?
No.
Well.
You have to make sure you've got one of each type when you put them together. Oh, you're on it.
Oh, no, I haven't got one of each. Oh, I have got one of each type.
Yeah, an innie and an outie. We'll leave Adam.
Well, there you go,
10 minutes later.
That's the size of my ball. Oh, misses.
It's a big ball. It says how big it is there. 12 centimetres.
12 centimetres of my balls. I can cup them in one hand. Anyway, this is turning into a carry-on. This is more Yanis than actually me. I'm not into this. Let's leave the balls.
Yanis never does that.
Well, Yanis isn't a real man. Now, what are we up to?
Should we do some demos?
Let's do it.
Quickly. Right, OK. So I'll just go through a few ideas before we actually put a card together, because they're so quick to do. So we're focusing on this die here that's in our one-day special. So the kind of the top layer, if you like, is going to be this one here. So this one here, so if we took this paper here, we could actually take our card and have it opening the other way and use that as a topper, okay? We can also use the beautiful poinsettia as the top, and then we just have our message in here. That's a topper. If we wanted to, we could actually go in and do one kind of here with your Christmas trees. That could be one. We could bring in and we could jump onto our tags, and this one here, that could be a tag, and that could be a tag up there as well. So we've already got 1, 2, 3 cards and 2 tags out of that piece of paper.
That's good.
It really is good, isn't it? And then you've also got, you know, we've been through these plain ones, obviously the patterned ones. Obviously you're going to get nice toppers out of that, and you can pop a tag on there if you want to kind of break up the pattern. So I'm keeping everything, even these little borders, because that little border that's left, I can trim that down and add that to a card. Absolutely fantastic. So you can see I've been really kind of working on these. This one, lots and lots of flexibility on this one. I think that's the one that the robin was on. So again, that doesn't say Christmas to me.
No, it doesn't.
That says every day. It's got a rose in there, so that could be a birthday card, couldn't it? It
doesn't. And place to put your sentiments as well.
Exactly.
I adore these papers.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, at the top, we can have one there. I've already had one there, so we can get 4 of the full-size cards out of here, right? This one is these are little bits that I've got left over. Again, here, that top bit there, again, you can get a card out of that, which is lovely. The mountain. Absolutely
doesn't
beautiful.
scream Christmas.
Doesn't scream Christmas. Again, for your masculine makes, that would be great for your masculine make, wouldn't it? Yeah. I adore these papers. Please put them in your basket. Now, you can see I've been at this one a lot, but you can see that you can just make a really nice tag just out of that area. And how many tags are you going to get out of this? Absolutely loads.
And it looks expensive.
Yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Again, here, we can have our cowbells as one. And then we've got, as I was saying to you, we've got a whole row of tags down here that we can put onto our presents or on the front of our cards, plus the ones up there. And then this one here, loads of scenes if we want to, or we can have tags. That would be a stunning tag with that snowflake on there. They're really, really, you know, like I say, sometimes you get papers and you think, oh, I don't like that one. Every single one of those is usable, every one. I don't have the snowman one at all, so I can't do anything with that.
I'm going to throw it into the mix now that these papers and this one-day special would work phenomenally well what Phil's bringing you in the next hour.
Yes, absolutely.
The animals that Phil are about to bring you would work really well with these papers to build a scene.
They would, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But it will work with the Marianne designs. It'll work with anything that you've got in your Christmas event. It's Christmas, so anything's going to work. So going back to the die set, this is your backer die. So when you cut that, this is what you're going to get. And I'm using the Sentimentally Yours luster card. This is the Imperial Red, so you will find that on the website because it's on Phil's show tonight. And it does actually score down here, but what I tend to do is, to make it easier, I just go and reinforce that on a scoreboard so that it'll fold better and easier, okay? So that's my backer die. Then if you slot this one in and cut that again, obviously, I'm showing you the cut side up. I know that's the wrong way, but it's just easier for me. When you cut that, then you're going to get this. So that's your decorative piece. And again, I've scored down there. So it's up to you. Obviously, when Liz has done it, Liz has, I think she's cut it yet again, so she's got a back as well. And then she's stitched it all together, so it's a hinge like that. So I think you've got several choices here. That what you could do is not actually glue it together at all, but you could actually just thread some ribbon through there and tie it and leave everything loose so it can just move around if you want to, or you can glue it. It's up to you, which we'll look at in a moment. So those are the backer dies. Then you've got your layers, because this is what Studio Light give you. They give you your layers. So the next size die, I can get it. And I do recommend you store them on a magnetic sheet so you don't lose any. So your next die is going to cut that. So it cuts out the little indentations there. So that's then going to sit in there. Lovely matte and layer done. Yeah?
I love it. Then
we've got the smallest one, which is the one that I was kind of taking all around my scrapbook papers, and I've cut that beautiful robin out.
Look at that.
Look at that. Isn't that? It's just fantastic, isn't it?
You've not lost anything in that paper.
No.
You've not cut through half an image, or
No.
you've not cut through.
No, not at all. So that's going to make my card easy peasy. So let's do a little bit of sticking to get this all together. So if you want to stick, I've treated it like a pop-out card. So, and if anybody that's made a pop-out card, they'll know what I mean. So I'm going to just add some glue to the one side, and I'm going to butt it into the fold. Make sure my eyes are all lined up. And it's all one die, so you know that when you cut it for your stars, because it's all one die and you're not lining an outer with an inner up, you know all the stars, all the holes are going to line up perfectly, and all your outside edge is going to line up perfectly. Then, you see, if you want to fold it, so if you want to have your 5.5-inch square card, and you want to stick it down, you don't have to stick it down, but what I would suggest you do is you actually fold it like that first of all, and add a little bit of glue here and there, and it will be a bit of here and there as far as we're concerned here. Don't go right into the fold, because you want it to be loose around the fold so that it doesn't kind of, I don't know what the word is, I say rock up, but I don't know what the proper word is.
I know what you mean, so it don't pucker.
Yeah, pucker. Pucker's a better word, yeah. So now we fold that one on top of that one. I'm not bothered about the extra bit of glue because I'm going to be covering that up anyway. And then you stick a book or something heavy on that so that it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Okay? And now when we open that, we've got, I mean, that's come away, but you've got a little bit of a gap there, which is what you should have. Okay? So let's stick my other one. I mean, these are so quick. You could have a session of die cutting, you know, go through all your papers, figure out where you can get all your toppers from, and, you know, cut all your layers, and then these are going to be so quick. But like I say, you can do your backgrounds, you know, using your snowflakes. You can do anything you want to.
If I was you, I'd be popping an extra paper pad into my basket as well.
Definitely. I
Already
so wish I had more.
of the papers now have already gone. A third of the papers have gone for $9.99. You're looking at $4.99 on your first flexible payment.
But they're not
today.
twee, are they? I mean, you've got the cute images like you'd expect with the snowman, but I mean, this Robin, he's just absolutely stunning, isn't he?
He's absolutely beautiful. You get so much that's already in here. There is so many elements that you are getting in all of your papers. We will go back to Julia very, very shortly. Do not fear, you're not missing anything. She's just sticking down.
Just sticking down.
You've got all the lodges that you've got there. Look at that. That is a front of a card, that snowman. That is a ready-made card.
Yeah.
And I also like the watermark, though. It's like it's bled.
Yeah. I mean, that's a card as well. You know, I haven't got that one. I'm really miffed I haven't got that one because I like snowmen.
You can have mine. Yeah, I think I've got two. Do you want me to see if I've got
It's all right, don't worry. We'll find out whether we need any more tomorrow, and then I'll pinch yours.
They won't give you it tomorrow, so you're the shift on tomorrow. You won't have. They won't give it up.
Oh, Yanis will let me have it.
Oh, here he is again. Always chips in. Well, you ain't having it now anyway. I'm not giving it you.
Are we at me again?
Back to you
right,
again,
okay.
yeah.
So what we can do as well is if you want to make it look really pretty, I mean, that's glued now. So you see it's got a little bit of movement, but it will fold to go into my 6x6 envelope, which I quite like that. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but it's a way to do it.
Nice.
So you've got 9 holes here, and I'm just using a crochet needle. And so I'm going in the middle one, so we can do a bit of up, down, up, down, up, down kind of thing with it, just with some thinnish ribbon. I don't know how wide it is, it's not very wide. Or you can use your baker's twine, but I can't find my baker's twine. And then we're going to just go right the way down to the bottom one. And then a bit more up, down, up, down, up, down kind of thing.
If you want some ribbon as well, we've got one as a 7-day saver this week.
Oh, have
it launched
you?
this morning. Yeah, you get ribbon and you also get like little snowmen.
Oh, really?
You get little snowman embellishments that you get on there.
I think those were really nice. You know those little bell embellishments that you can get? I think that would be really nice. So then we can go up the middle one again.
There's your details.
And then we can just give it a nice little bow. And I think it just sets it off, having a bow in here. I'm not the best at doing bows. And then we can just put a sentiment on and we'll be done.
Look at this.
It's a nice little bow. Where's my scissors? Those will do. Nice little ribbon. And then what I've done is I've used the Elizabeth Craft Designs adhesive to cut all my sentiments out because I just find it a little bit easier. So we can I've just got Happy Christmas. So we can just take a Happy Christmas. So we've got Happy there. And you find that you've got Christ and then Mass separately. So if you wanted to, like on your tags, you can have that separate. But it's a very modern font. You also have a tiny, tiny little dot as well for on top of the I. But my top tip is the little bit that comes out of the S's there, keep those as well. So if you lose that, these aren't humongous and you can use those instead. But there we go. That stands up and will go in a 6x6 envelope. Isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful.
The papers are stunning and the dies do all the work for you, and it's not rocket science putting it together.
And it all can be yours today for £49 and 42 pence. £49. Let me break it down so where did all these figures come from? So one day special is this just here. So you are getting your beautiful snowflakes that you got, which is your beautiful border die. So you're getting the inner and the outer, so you can do your mats and layers with these as well. Then you're getting your beautiful stencils. So you've got your stars, your snowflakes, then you've got your landscapes and trees that you've got through there. Now remember, it's a stencil, so you can flip it both ways, so you're going to get a different landscape, so you can have valleys and hills, as it were. Then you've got your main die that we're looking at here. Even the stars on their own are beautiful to cut out that you've also got. From there, we then also have your large stencil. This is a beautiful stencil, which doesn't have to be for a Christmas. This is just a star. It could be a comic book explosion. It could be a lotus flower if you wanted it to be, as you look at it. It could be a lily if you wanted it to be as well. Imagine zentangling through it, because you can do all this. Imagine using it as a stamp, because that's what you can do when you get stencils home. Not only are you getting that stencil, though, we're then also moving on to your little border die that you can see just on the end, just here. That beautiful, stunning border die, and this is what it's going to cut out like. So this now matches with that main die that you've already got in your set. But nothing screams Christmas to me with that. And it doesn't have to be, because there's so many things. Now, the details on the side of the screen that you can see there, you're getting a £12 saving on this already. Your one-day special, £29.95, and I will split that onto 2 interest-free flexible payments for you today. So remember that £12, because I've got another 2 sets to show you as well. Let's start with the top set first of all. This is your smaller card that we saw earlier. So this is the one that's going to cut in. It reminds me of a small book, is the easiest way to describe it. You've got that small book that's in there, then you've got the spine with the star on. But obviously, it's down to you how you want to present it. These would be beautiful place cards at a table.
Yeah, they would. I love the fact that it's so dinky. I never make cards that size, and they're just so cute.
And they're not scary.
And they'll use a lot of your little scraps of your papers as well that you've got left over.
Very true, because you've got those tiny little borders that go along the bottom, so you're not going to use a lot of paper in there. Not only are you getting that die, though, you're also then getting your Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year that you've also got. And then you've also got some smaller snowflakes on there as well. So once again, you do your mats and your layers, because you've got your main element, and then you've got your outer edge that's already on there. That is what you're going to be getting. That is what it'll be cutting out. So you've got the lighter red in the background, which will be your mat, and then you've got your layer on top as well. That's £17.48 is what you're looking at. 859717 is your item number. Then I've got more for you. £5.50, remember it. Then on the bottom, we've got your tanks and half snowflakes that you've got in here. Now, these are nice. I always think when you do albums and journals to pop something next to the spine. So if you want something coming out of the spine, so it looks like you've done a full page, but you haven't, you could pop these down the centre. So it looks like it's coming out. Remember, then you can also cut 2 out if you want to do so. They will be symmetrical. But you get your outer edge to do your mats and layers once again with all of these. And then you've got your tags thrown in. So not only do you get the outer edge of the tag, you also get the stitch detail on the tag. You also get that small banner on the tag. You get your little reinforcers, and that's what Studio Light do so well.
I like the reinforcers. I like to collect the reinforcers.
But they're nice little, because normally you wouldn't think you cut a tag and you go, oh, it's just a tag, but it's not. It's the details that you add to the tags.
Yeah.
So cut them out of craft card. You're going to get those old school brown tags that we all know and love. The dies that you get around them remind me of cookies.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. And they've got the little holes in them as well, so they can go over the little hole in the tag as well.
But you could use them as tags on their own for presents.
Yeah.
So if you're using, and I only use Phil's because I can see it opposite the set, Phil's new brown shimmer card.
Yes.
Would work
hot chocolate.
Stunning with these.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's coming up in the next hour. Trudy's new Festive Friends stamps would look fantastic on the star, because it's a really good size that you've got for your top mat, your top layer. It all work together, and the snowflakes will work with it as well.
But this is the thing about Studio Light, isn't it, Jill? That it doesn't matter what collection that you put it with. Studio Light are like a mixing bowl. It works with everything that you've already got.
And we know that we like to use things from other people, don't we? We choose our favourite little bits from lots of different brands. And of course here, we're like one big family anyway, aren't we? So it's going to all mix and match.
Wait, this is the thing, but it all works so well. So remember, another £5.50 saving, OK? Then we've got the complete bundle, which is what all of you are going for, and we knew you would go for this complete collection. So that means you're getting your one-day special, and you're also getting your other 4 sets of dies that you're getting this. You're carrying over £23. Add another £9 on top of that we give you as well. And if you're a Freedom member, add another £5.50 on top of that as well. £37.50 today is what you are saving. £37.50. Your saving is just shy of what you're actually spending by, what's that, 10, 12 quid? Something along them lines. About 12 quid extra, and so it's normally like a half price saving. Just like, it's not, but you know where I'm coming from.
That's for a brand new collection.
That's not meant to be out.
No. It's tremendous,
not meant to be out until the end of the month. It will be dispatched from the 14th. Give them the dues. We've bought it forward. We told them we want it now. Our people want it. We've bought it to you. It will be dispatched from the 14th. In theory, in the grand scheme of things, not that long to wait. You're still going to have time to create all your Christmas cards.
It's only 10 days.
Yeah, plus take out weekends as well, because we don't send anything over the weekend. It's not that long. It is not that long in the grand scheme of things. And as I always say, and you must be sick of me saying, but my Nana says it every time she rings me. Good things are worth waiting for.
Absolutely.
I think she's talking about me when I go and visit, but it's worth waiting for when I see you. Bless her. She still gives me £1.
Oh, how sweet.
Still gives me £1, and I look at it and go, what can you get with £1?
A blackjack, probably.
It's the thought. You can't even get that. I put it in my buddy box. But you'll get the full collection. 773166, 773126 is your item number. Papers is where we're off to next on these ones. These have been really, really busy, and I can see why. You are getting so much on here. There is your little Frosty the Snowman. Traditional. There's something over half the stock of the papers now. We've already gone our first live hour. We're only 38 minutes in to our first live hour. Not only do you get the snowman, you also get your winter scenes. Nicer men's cards.
There's a lot in there that you can pull out for men's cards. None of it's girly, though, is it, really? No. It's just a very elegant, traditional Christmas, I think.
I love that as well. If you're doing scrapbooks and you like skiing and those sorts of things, you put your pictures on top of that.
I think we do look like that, don't we? I mean, sometimes when you see a 12... I was saying it on my Facebook Live yesterday, but sometimes when you see a 12 by 12 card and the fact that it's called scrapbook papers, people think you can only use them for scrapbook papers and they don't scrapbook, so they're not for me, so they kind of walk away from that. But hopefully I showed you with the die that you can actually make really nice cards from them. And like I say, over the next 24 hours, I'll show you lots of different ways that you can use the die to make cards.
I absolutely adore every single one of these. Then we're just repeating them all over again.
But they're worth another look, though, aren't they? Because they're so lovely.
We're just hearing now, my producer thinks these won't be here tomorrow. And I have a funny feeling they may sell out in the later hour tonight as well.
Can you stop buying them? Because all my demonstrations use them. I'm just saying, stop buying them.
We don't think they will be here. If you want them, some of you are going for more than one. And at £9.99...
It's a bargain.
I would be going for 2 or 3.
But at £9.99, that's less. That's about 80p a sheet or something like that, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. And that's for something that's brand spanking new.
And on your flexible payments, £4.99. If I told you you can get a 12 by 12, 12 sheets for £4.99 today, you go, yeah, all right, give it a rest. £4.99 if you're going for your one-day special. If you're not going for your one-day special, it's very rare, I would say, you can get this for £4.99 on 2 flexible payments. I wouldn't be saying it. 60% of the stock now is already gone. 60% of the stock has already gone.
And I
genuinely, hand on heart, you know what I'm like. I say it as it is, but I don't give a hoot. Some days I don't give 2 hoots. They don't tell me if we can get any more stock, because then I tell you.
Well, it's the weekend anyway, so we wouldn't know until tomorrow anyway.
So, yeah, so we wouldn't know until tomorrow. So if you want this now, because if it comes back, it's blatantly going to be on extended delivery. We know how this system works by now. We're not all new to it. So if you want it on the dispatch from the 14th, I'd get it now. And I'm not pressuring you, I'm not here to do that. But if you want it, I'd definitely get it. £9.99 or £4.99 in flexible baskets. Let's move down to our leather that we've got. Ross got a little bit excited then over leather. You are getting 2 sheets in each, if my memory serves me correctly. 2 sheets in each. There's 4 colours, and you're getting 2 of each of the colourways that you are getting. But imagine now running these, because these will run through your dye machines.
Yes.
Imagine running them through the dyes with the stars that you've got on there, and you have got some lovely colours. Take your tags and turn them into key fobs. Turn them into keychains. I love the colourways. They
emboss beautifully as well with embossing folders.
Oh, look at these.
So Phil's got some embossing folders on his show, so yeah, they look lovely.
They are, and the black. Oh,
our floor manager likes those.
He does indeed. Well, he just likes a bit of leather like our Ross. Oh, hello. just says a lot about our team, really, doesn't it? Right then, £14.96, and you can split the cost into 2. And they've also got the pastel leathers on the show as well. These are also nice colours, because there's something slightly different with the pastel leathers, and you can also paint onto these leathers. So if you don't like the colours, you're thinking, oh, I like them, but I want to do something different with them, and I don't want to go. You can knock them back with your gessos and stuff like that, and go on with your acrylic paints.
I think the pastel ones are lovely and fresh, aren't they?
And they are, because you get sort of your turquoise in there. You've got that sort of bubblegum pink that's running through there as well. So many different colours. They're beautiful. Something else that is beautiful, and I've had my eye on for a while, and every time I look at them, I've got more watercolours than I know actually what to do with now as well, is the palette. And it sells out time and time again. Not only do you get the palette, you also get 2 of your water brushes that's in there. I don't touch this, it looks so beautiful. You get 2 of your water brushes, so your normal standard water brushes and your flat brush. I'm guessing this is where you fill your washes, I'm guessing.
Yes, absolutely, yeah, to cover large areas.
Like this. And you also get your palette in the back. You get your takeaway palette, so you can then take it away.
Mix your colours.
Well,
it's for you mixing your colours, isn't it?
And each one of these comes out. So if you are on the go and you just want to change your inks, you can take these out and refill in if you have your own as well, because they are all in their own individual. You just push them out on the back lot. So they're all in their individual caters. Caters? Individual
they're little pans, aren't they?
Pans, that's the word I was looking for. They're all in little pans. And you also get your colours, so you know what they're going to dry like when you get them home. £16.99, 2 flexible payments on these as well. Worth having a little look at your colourways. 713597 is your item number. Right then, alphabets, more dyes is what we like. Now, I like the font on these. You're getting 2 different fonts on this. And once again, you're getting your mats and layers on there as well. You get uppercase and lowercase, but there's something quite cartoon-esque about them.
Yeah, they're modern, they're funky, aren't they?
They are.
You can never have too many alphabets, and it's nice to mix and match, not necessarily just with those 2, but use any alphabets you've got, because then it looks totally unique, doesn't it?
I love, that's what they look like with your mats and layers on the back. So you've got sort of the fuller letter, and then you've also got the letter that sits on top. So you really can go to town with these. And it's nice having a full alphabet, let's be fair. So you can do the obscure names.
But look at that price. Like, and I shouldn't keep on saying this. Look, £18 for two alphabets.
Yeah.
£18.
But I can make that better, because we're in Flextravaganza, festive Flextravaganza. That'll be split again into half. £8.99 today. Come on. £8.99. £8.99 for 2 full alphabets. Uppercase to lowercase. 774-388 is your item number for this one. Moving on, another alphabet this time, slightly larger, is what we're looking at. And you also get your ampersands in here as well. Like these ones a lot, because you are getting your doubles. So you get doubles of the ones that you use the most on your die plates.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you also get your large one. Nice for bunting, this size. Good for bunting.
I think that one looks a little bit like, you know, like the Midwest of the States, like country kind of, cowboy kind of font.
Sort of Western-esque that you've got going on there. I love the sort of Western theme they've got. Let me spin it around for you. Then you can see what you're getting in there as well. Because it's so thin as well. When you cut it out, I reckon it gives you that thin, nice little border. Be nice in black and white. We've only got 12 minutes left. £24.98, split the cost of that into 2 flexible payments. Then, I'll rattle through these now. We have got, I love these, your journals. So let me just get one of each of the sheets. Oh, there's already one there, Adam. You dope. You are getting your craft card. You're getting your white watercolour card. And you're also getting...
Is it hot pressed? Is it nice and smooth?
It is... I can't believe you didn't get one of these, They are absolutely stunning. You get 10 of each. You're getting white, black and paper and craft brown card is what you're getting in there. It is your craft card. They are super, super smooth as your blacks are. But you're not just going to get... So you get 10 of them, which looks like that. OK, so that's what your 10 looks like. Basically, just that, but more. Then you're also getting your planner. Now, you can choose between blue and the pink. If Studio Lights are watching, I want the blue. Just going to put that out there.
I'll have the pink.
And Julia wants the pink. These
I like the leather-like little kind of, what do you call it, that fob thing.
That.
I like that as well, yeah.
I've never seen these before. They are absolutely beautiful. They come with the wallet inside, so you are going to get a wallet to put all like sort of your die cuts, your off cuts that you want in there. If it was me, and obviously this is just my own personal opinion, I would be going for one of these. I would also be going for the palette, and I'd be going for your one-day special. I'd go for the complete collection, because you have then got everything you need on the go. Oh, and I'd be going for a set of papers as well.
At least one.
Papers. You've got to, haven't you?
At least one set of papers, yeah.
You've got to, they are absolutely stunning. Because I know we've got to get back for a demo, but just in case I forget at 9 o'clock tonight, at 8 o'clock, these on their own, if you like a good diary, maybe a week to view diary, you know the old filofaxes, them ones? You could put them in there. It would be a beautiful filofax, a diary, is what it would be. It would be a beautiful diary. Or you can
just make your own bespoke planner, can't you?
You've got enough.
Yeah, you've got you've got your alphabets, exactly. You've also got your handwriting.
Well done, Julia, for bringing it back. See, always bringing it back. Product knowledge. Right then. Jump to the website is where we're going to go, because we're going to live walk and we're not allowed to do it live. So this is the website that we're looking at. There is everything on there. The papers are on there as well. Alphabets are on there. Basically everything is on there. You can't go wrong. 5-star reviews across the board, and your leather's on there as well. And there's also a Studio Light stamp press with magnets.
Yes, I believe this is a brand new product from Studio Light. I don't have one. I don't know if Lou's got one yet, but I don't have one of those. So I'd like one, please.
Lewis, have we got one of these in the box?
I don't think so. I think it's just so new. It really is so new. You see, you've got the 2 magnets there with the kind of protector things, which is much better than getting the bare magnet.
This is good. If you remember, $19.99, split the cost of that onto 2 as well, so you're looking at £10 today. I mean,
that's a good price. I don't know if it doesn't say what size it is. It looks a good size, doesn't it?
We'll find out the size for you.
Zoom in on the measurements. We can
16 by 16.
Centimetres.
Centimetres.
Yeah, that's a good size.
Good size. From Aunt Julia, good size. 16 centimetres, good size. I'll have that on a T-shirt. Right then, here we go. What are you up to then, Julia?
You are dreadful. Right, OK, let's get on with this. I wanted to do 3 demos this hour. That's not going to happen, is it? Right,
no,
OK.
You're falling into Phil's books here, 1 demo hour.
No, it's not going to be. So we're going to our one-day special again, and we're using this die here. So what I've got in front of me is a piece of the Sentimental Yours Pure White card, because I use that for all of my blank cards and all of my die cutting. And it's very good because it doesn't split when you score it. So we've got an A5 piece of card here, so it's 4 1/8 inches wide to the fold, but then it's 5.5 inches here, because this die here is just shy of an A6 card.
Okay.
So what you do is you can just pop it through, and you will find that the outside edge of the die will just sit on that edge of your 5.5 inches of card. And then you can also, at the same time, you cut them together, you slot this in and cut that in. Okay?
Yeah.
And then what you get is you get your lovely patterned edge. Don't worry if you slip a little bit, all you need to do is just trim a little bit extra off your card. So that's our card blank, so that's what we're going to work with. So we're going to take one of the stencils, and I'm going to use this kind of mandala kind of border here. And I'm just blanking off. You've got 4 stencil designs in one here, as you can see. And we'll just make sure that I don't make a mess of my fold by blanking that off as well, basking that off as well. And we're going to use Broken China Distress Oxide and just ink through.
Okay.
Simply ink through. You can use your brushes if you want to. I'm ever so impatient with my blending brushes.
Stencils, could you run them through your machine to emboss?
Yes, absolutely. A little bit more difficult with these because obviously you've got 4 designs, but there is nothing stopping you actually splitting the stencil down so you've got 4 individual stencils. You can absolutely do that. I hadn't thought about doing that until that second, but yeah, you can absolutely do that. And that might happen over the next 24 hours, actually. I might not have been 100% straight, but there we've got a nice subtle border there in the background. And obviously that's going to then clean off my stencil, no problem, because it's oxide. So that's the front of my card. So let's do the inside now as well. And I'm using, this is Tabriz Blue from our fill. And we're going to use some Picket Fence. Distress Oxide.
Stay with Julia, but just so you know, our Liz has emailed in.
Oh, has she?
She is going to do a tutorial.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Liz. That's so good.
And she is bringing me a card in. Thanks, Liz. Well done.
So we're going to use the other stencil, this kind of Star of David type one. And because we're going onto this bright Tabriz Blue card, all I want is a little bit of a suggestion of colour. So we're just going to add a little bit, because I don't want to go over to this area here. I just want to have a little bit coming out here, so this isn't so plain.
Is it just me, and I might be in the totally wrong area with this, is there something quite Art Deco about this?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, yeah. So just a little bit there.
Nice.
Yeah? So we can have that either way, actually. We could have that way or that way, but we're going to have it that way. And we're going to pop this in here.
You've got 5 minutes, Julia.
OK, I'm going to pop that in there. So obviously, through the stars, we've got that lovely blue colour card. Of course, when we get, I didn't show you these are your little stars that you get when you actually, that you fall away, they're your waste. So those are great for a shaker card, absolutely. Well usable. Every single one that comes out is a star. You don't get any rubbish. So even the tiddly little ones are your 5-spoked star, or wherever you say it, 5-pronged star. So this is just going to go in here. And then on the front, I've cut my outside tag out of the Tabriz Blue, and I've got just a little bit of one of those papers, and that's going to go on top. I did have a oh no, I was thinking I'm going to put a reinforcer on there, but I'm not. I'm going to do something else. So I do quite like having the tags on the cards as well, and we're going to pop that just about there, I think. We're going to have it straight rather than jaunty. Again, these are so quick, but they're so different. They look like you spent ages doing them because, again, the dye does all the work for you, or the dyes and the papers do all the work. And this is your bow topper that you've got there. And most of them I put the ECD stuff on, but I obviously forgot with this one. Sorry, I didn't get time to do all the boards that I normally do with the dyes this time.
That's all right, we'll let you off. Feels like you're working.
Everybody's had me working. Slave drivers. Right.
How many hours are you on our screens tomorrow?
5.
Well, just call it the Julia channel tomorrow. Julia's channel.
They'll be fed up of me tomorrow, won't they?
We never get fed up of you.
So to get the white one, I cut the 2 dies together, so the 2 bow dies together.
Cute. Look at that.
And then to get the blue one, it's just the backer one. And we can just pop that little bow, straight or jaunty. Let's have a little bit of a jaunt on the front. So there's the front of our card. So on the inside, I've got my Merry and my Christmas here. This is your backer die. And that's going to go in here. Nearly done.
3.5 minutes.
Oh, plenty of time. I don't know why I'm panicking.
No, you got ages.
And it's a very modern font, as I said to you when we did the first card. I want to make sure that I don't go over there, which I did do during my... I completely forgot what I was doing in my Facebook Live, and I made all sorts of little boo-boos. And I've got my Merry Christmas that I've got cut out of my Tabriz blue, and that's going to sit on my backer this time. So that's
just while we're here, 70% of the papers have now already gone. 70% of the papers.
Stop buying them. Just don't. I want some. I love papers. Absolutely love papers. So we've got our Christmas, and then again we've got that little tiny dot that's going to go up there. And this is the Mama Makes book that I'm using here, Lottie's book.
Oh, okay.
So there we go.
Look
There's
at that.
another card. So we've done 2 this hour. Not the 3 that I wanted to do, but we've done 2.
More than some, though, Judith. More than some.
More than some. Yeah, there'll only be 1 in the next hour, if you're lucky.
Look at that, 2 cards in an hour. You see? You see?
I did 3 in my
Cram them in.
Facebook Live yesterday. He didn't believe me. 3 in my Facebook Live.
You normally do 3, though.
Yeah, I know.
We've been waffling, though. It's been busy.
I know.
70% of the papers has gone. The big collection, a lot of that's flying out the door as well, that big bundle. Because it's £49.42 is what you're buying if you're a Freedom member, with a £14.49 saving. But it's not that. You're talking over £30. £37.50 is what you're actually saving if you're a Freedom member, which is a delivered price to your door. It's only going to get busier throughout the days as well. Join us back at 8 o'clock where we'll go through it all over again, and we'll have some more demonstrations, but it all works. If you like your papers, I would definitely start by checking out your baskets with those. And if you want that complete bundle, I don't know how long that's going to be around for either. Before, we just have the one-day special, but you go where your budget will stretch to. There's so many more things on the show as well. Thank you, Julie, my love.
Thank you.
We'll reconvene at 8.
We'll see you at 8.
Let's do it. 8 o'clock, where we'll have more demonstrations. Remember as well, keep your emails coming in. We've had some lovely emails this hour, and I'll read them out in the next hour. Don't you go anywhere. Our Phil's up next, and you do not want to miss what he's got.